This video is brought to you by AztecaSoccer.com, your one-stop shop for all the latest and greatest soccer gear. Be sure to use coupon code SR4U at checkout to receive 10% off any order of $100 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Magista Obra in the brand new Highlight Pack colorway, Poison Green and Total Orange. Now inside the box they do include a string bag with the Magista Obra. The string bag is black in color with black strings. On one side you're going to find a Total Orange Nike swoosh, and on the other side you're going to find your Poison Green Nike football branding. Inside the box, other than that, all you're going to find are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly and take a closer look at this very vibrant colorway of the Nike Magista Obra. So here they are guys, Poison Green and Total Orange colorway. In today's video we're going to be taking a closer detailed look at the colorway itself, as well as talk about the overall fit, feel, and performance of the Magista Obra. So if you're interested in learning more, please stick around, and if you're interested in purchasing a pair of these for yourself, check out the review page on my website. It'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page you will find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you will actually be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below in the description. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's talk about the colorway. Now this has been dubbed by Nike as the Highlight Pack. I've also heard it being called the Reverse Pack, and the Reverse Pack name actually makes a lot of sense because if you guys remember this colorway right here, the Shine Through Nike Magista Obra, or just the Shine Through collection in general, the Highlight or Reverse Pack is essentially the reverse of what we got from the Shine Through. So in the Shine Through, you had a combination of Total Orange as well as Poison Green in the Nike swoosh as well as in the sole plate. And on the new Highlight Pack colorway, obviously they've ditched the white, they've ditched the most of the black, and they've given us those two main colors inside the Nike swoosh as the entire shoe, which looks really, really good, very vibrant, hence the name Highlight. As far as what the colors themselves look like, the base of this shoe is Poison Green. You're going to find that the majority of the Flyknit material is that color. It does have the translucent Nike skin, so you do get to see the actual Flyknit pattern on the surface of the upper, which is something that I really like. I prefer these kinds of colorways that show off the Flyknit design across the entire shoe as opposed to just across the top of the foot, as well as in the dynamic fit collar. The little detail in the actual Flyknit material is a Volt yellow, so you have a yellow and a lime green kind of mixed together. Just to give you guys an idea of what that looks like, here is a solid Volt yellow shoe in the form of the Launch World Cup Nike Magista Obra, and you can see side by side these are two distinctly very, very different colorways. This is a highlighter yellow. This is kind of like a highlighter lime green color. As far as the Nike swoosh is concerned, you can see it's a bright total orange, no pattern on the inside at all, with a black outline. You have the same thing happening here on the medial side. ACC branding in black, Magista branding in black. The top rim of the dynamic fit collar is also black in color. The heel counter is that Poison Green color, and then moving on to the sole, mostly Poison Green. You have a little bit of kind of dark gray / black, and then you do have a little bit of a Volt yellow accent in the tips of the studs, as well as the Magista branding on the sole plates. All in all, really good looking colorway in my opinion. Leave your opinions on it down below in the comment section. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. The Nike Magista Obra, as well as the Superfly 4 with their Flyknit construction and mid-cut design, have been described as revolutionary. I've thrown that word around myself. With that being said, I wouldn't say that this is a revolutionary shoe when it comes to performance, but it is revolutionary in terms of how this thing fits and feels, which we will talk about in more detail a little bit later in the video during the on-feet portion. As far as what you should know regarding this particular shoe, one, it's made from Flyknit, which is a very advanced knitted material. It's such a fine knit that it actually has to be done by a machine. A person couldn't actually knit the upper of this shoe. It's that detailed and that tightly knit. So it's very heavily reinforced, and in comparison to something like the Mercurial Superfly 4, which also features a Flyknit upper, this shoe is a lot more structured. So you can see you have this pretty intricate looking pattern going across the entire upper. There's a lot more structure to this particular shoe, again in comparison to the Magista Obra. Knitted directly into the Flyknit material are what they call brio cables that run from the base of the sole through these little lines in the pattern. You can see that it's ever so slightly straighter right here where the brio cables are. Again, they run from the base of the sole around the lace holes and back down towards the base of the sole, similar to what we see from Flywire, but this is Brio cables, a little bit different. And when you pull those laces tight, it acts as a support cage for the entire upper, locks your foot in place, plus you get the added structure of the Flyknit that is already provided just by how this shoe is made. It's soft, it's flexible, and it truly does have that sock-like sensation when you put them on your feet. As far as the surface of the upper is concerned, due to this pattern, it does have a pretty interesting and heavy texturing to the surface, with of course the Nike skin covering that acts as a shield for the actual Flyknit material itself, as well as provides a little bit of additional grip on the ball that you wouldn't otherwise have. So it's a thinner shoe, but there is a slight padded sensation about it. There also is a padded layer on the inside of the shoe that I can't actually show you because I can't open it up. So it's thin, but it doesn't lack padding. It's not necessarily a barefoot feel on the ball in terms of the touch that it provides. It also does feature ACC All Conditions Control branding, which does act as your wet control element, allowing for a little bit better grip on the ball in wet playing conditions. Lacing runs more or less down the middle. It's pushed ever so slightly to the medial side of the shoe. You do have, of course, your mid-cut dynamic fit collar. No real structure to it. This area of the shoe, as well as the top of the laces here, has more of a elasticated sensation to it, whereas this part isn't really going to stretch much at all. So there's no restrictiveness to this. There's no real structure here. It's there just to wrap your ankle kind of like a second skin and provide more of a seamless sensation, as opposed to the shoe just feeling like a pair of shoes on your feet. So it really doesn't have any performance benefits. It does look different. It doesn't necessarily get in the way while you're playing either. It just takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's something that you stop noticing altogether. As far as the inside of the shoe is concerned, there is an internal heel liner there. A little bit difficult to show you guys, but it is there. Hopefully you can see it at least a little bit. It's a smooth synthetic leather material with some padding there. And it does provide some pretty good comfort overall. The insole is fully removable. It is Volt Yellow in color, as you guys can see. Magista branding on the heel, mesh liner on top, perforations throughout, and it's just made from a single layer of this yellow foam material. Nothing too special, but it does get the job done. And then moving on to the sole plate, you're going to find that the sole plate does feature a one-piece heel counter that I personally really like. And then you have a stiffer material for the sole plate, much stiffer than what you're going to find on the Magista Opus, even though it looks to be exactly the same. A little bit of getting used to at first, depending on your tolerance for stiffer sole plates, but not something that I would say hinders the performance in any way at all. Just makes for a more responsive feel to the shoe as a whole. As far as the stud pattern is concerned, this is what you get with the Magista line. It's similar to what you're going to find on the Tiempo line from Nike, minus the bladed heel studs. You can see all the studs themselves are conical in shape, apart from the two support studs in the middle and the one little Mercurial-esque bladed stud right here at the tip of the toe. It's not particularly aggressive as far as traction is concerned, although they are quite narrow in profile, so they penetrate the ground really nicely on firm natural grass playing surfaces, providing really good traction when pushing off in pretty much all directions. And because they are rounded in shape, you still get a decent amount of maneuverability as well, that freedom to twist and turn and pivot when your foot is planted. So overall, really good performer. There's a reason why the Magista Obra is such a popular model for Nike right now. And if it's something that is interesting to you, it definitely is worth a go, because like I said, they definitely do perform the part. The Magista Obra is a lot lighter than you might think based on how it looks. Now I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9.5 US. Going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 7.3 ounces. So obviously a lot of people like to make comparisons to the Nike Mercurial Superfly 4, the other Flyknit mid-cut model from Nike, and being that it's a Mercurial, a Superfly at that, you'd expect that shoe to be significantly lighter than the Magista Obra, but that's not actually the case. Both shoes are pretty much right on par with each other when it comes to weight. So if you are trying to decide between the Magista Obra as well as the Superfly 4, weight really shouldn't be the deciding factor, because on feet, you're really not going to notice much of a difference in terms of how heavy or light they are. They're both really light, right at that 7-ounce mark, and you really can't ask for too much more from a shoe of this type. So again, if you're interested in the Magista Obra, don't be too concerned about the weight. They're nice and lightweight, extremely comfortable, provide a nice solid feel on feet, and that's really all you can ask from this type of a shoe. Alright, so here's a look at the Nike Magista Obras on feet. On my left foot I have the stock poison green laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot I have a pair of orange reflective SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of these laces for yourself, check out sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a link to that down below in the description of this video. In terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, the Magista Obra is a unique shoe in that it does have that Flyknit upper and of course the mid-cut design. They feel good from right out of the box, but definitely different. So there's a break-in process as well as a getting used to process with this particular shoe, as well as all the other Flyknit models from Nike. So it's really important that you break them in slowly and take your time. If you wear them straight into a game or straight into a free kick session, it's likely that you will run into issues with discomfort and possibly blistering, most commonly in the heel area of the shoe. My best recommendation is wear them around the house, wear them to a couple of very light training sessions, and as soon as you start to feel any kind of discomfort, take them off, switch them out for another pair of shoes, and continue your training session. If you wear them to the point where you get blisters, obviously you're going to get blisters. Again, just wear them in slowly. It takes some time to get used to them, but once you're used to these things, they feel absolutely amazing. It has that seamless sensation, an extension of your foot, and really does feel like a pair of socks on your feet, pending that you get the right size. As far as the fit of the shoe is concerned, it is a tighter fitting shoe, but in comparison to the Superfly 4, it definitely does have a wider stance overall. So it's one of those shoes that is going to be suitable for most people. If you have really, really wide feet, you may want to try these on prior to actually making a purchase. But like I said, they will fit 90% of people out there. Also keep in mind that you won't really get much stretch from this material. The Flyknit is very structured around the outside of the shoe, so the way they fit from right out of the box is more or less the way they'll fit for their entire lifespan. As far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing a size 9.5 US, which is a half size larger than my usual size 9. The Magista line in general, whether it's the Obra, the Opus, or any of the other takedown models, run about a half size small. So like I said, instead of wearing a 9, I went for a 9.5 US, and the fit and length is absolutely perfect. So if you're all looking to order a pair of these for yourself, depending on which shoe line you're coming from, you may want to go a half size up for the best possible fit. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Poison Green and Total Orange Highlight Pack Nike Magista Obra. It's a good colorway, especially if you're looking for something bright and you like the look of highlighter yellow and lime green. Plus, on the performance side, it definitely has everything you could possibly want. It's an interesting concept that actually does work well. It's a sock-like fit, a seamless sensation when these things are on your feet. They're nice and lightweight. I'm a big fan of the stud pattern. And if you're looking for something that is thin, but at the same time still has a slightly padded type of feel when it comes to touch, then the Magista Obra is definitely what you're looking for. There's a reason why it is so popular. Again, if you guys want more details on the overall performance of this particular shoe, check out the full written review on my website. It'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. You'll find the full written review on that page, as well as buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you will be able to pick these up below their normal retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below in the description, go ahead and check it out. If you guys have any questions at all regarding this particular shoe, leave your questions down below in the comment section. Definitely will get an answer out to you. Also down below in the comments, feel free to leave your suggestions. Always open to hearing what you guys want to see as far as content is concerned. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. That would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.